Okay, so we'll continue with part D. Okay, study source E. In what ways is source E reliable about discrimination in Australia? Okay, this about discrimination is very general, so you need to give me keywords about what exactly it is. Okay, you can say is it present or not present, or any other possible specification about what exactly about discrimination. Okay, so let's look at source E. Okay, source E is an article posted online by an international human rights group. You should already suspect that it will say about ineffective parts. Okay, because human rights is about equality. In this case, maybe it's trying to fight for showing that there is inequality in Australia. Okay, so since British colonization, we learned this from the background info also, Australia has had a troubled relationship with race. Troubled already signals there will be ineffectiveness. There is a worldwide perception that Australians are a bunch of racists. Is this still a fair assessment today? It's not everywhere, but it's there. You expect better from us. You expect that we would have learned from what happened in the past, but unfortunately we haven't. At this point, what is this line saying? If we recall the background info, okay, it's saying that Australians had acts of discrimination against groups like the Aboriginals, local people, indigenous people who were there before the British came. Okay, so most of the Australians today, they are actually descendants of the white British. So we have the whites and the indigenous. In this case, the Aboriginals, they actually look dark skin. Okay, if you can see, so these are Aboriginal people. Okay, so let's continue with source E. So source E is saying that you expect that we have learned from what happened in the past, but unfortunately we haven't. Anyone who feels overwhelmed by the presence of cultures they don't have a personal connection to can look to blame whatever target is obvious. Who is this target? They are people who stand out and look different. Okay, basically the Aboriginals, because they are dark skinned. Okay, however, so in this case it's saying it's bad, ineffective. However, there is also counter evidence that Australians celebrate benefits of multiculturalism and inclusion. There is a other side being mentioned here. In this case, largely it is still saying it's ineffective. Okay, but towards the end there is some neutral statements. So there are both sides which we can use to cross-refer, depends on what our stand is. So in this case, in what ways is Aussie reliable about discrimination? Okay, they already tell you in what ways is it reliable, so we will take the stand of reliable about discrimination. So in this case, I will pick mainly that there is racism. So if I pick source E, there is racism, I will support with other sources which says that it is ineffective. For example, I can use source B because we also identified earlier that it's ineffective. Or let's see, you can also use source C where there is instance of a racist incident. Okay, so either sources B or C. So in this case, you can see that it is reliable, that there is racism. And when you cross-refer, you pick sources B or C. Okay? Give me a minute. Yep. So let's turn to source F. Okay. Now, source F is a related skill. How useful? We also need to do cross-reference to see whether it's saying the truth. How useful is source F in showing that Australia has not been effective in managing discrimination? Not they really pinpoint the stand for you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, source F, the viewpoint of an Australian Aboriginal published on her blog. Likely we will expect ineffective, that is racism. Okay, when my sons were 12, I had a chance of interacting with police, talk with them. I'm probably not the only parent of black children, nor and I will be the last. Is hinting that she experienced racism. The talk consists of how to behave, not to let police provoke them into anger, to call me immediately when taken to police and not talk to them without me present. Because of law enforcement officials targeting individuals for suspicion of crime based on the individual's race and ethnicity. Strongly highlight that there is racism. My children have become everyday targets for police. So it's saying that police single out, because target, individuals who are black. Okay, I'm not overreacting. When you're an Aboriginal person standing in front of a judge, you are 12 to more likely to be in prison than a non-Aboriginal person for the same offense. Is it any wonder do not trust? It was true then and it is still true now. Largely, very strongly saying that it is ineffective. Okay, so this question actually is very straightforward. How useful is source F in showing that Australia has not? You will argue that it is useful because they have not. Okay, again we can support with either source B or C. Okay, now think through the whole issue. If you have any question at this time, you can raise your hand to ask me.